So what's going on, everyone? Today we're going to talk about Meta. Yeah, if you guys seen CNBC, Fox Business, other articles, people on Twitter, they probably told you about Meta falling down on the 3rd of October, almost 12%. Yes. What does it mean? You know, they give you the news after the fact, but for us, what we do here, we try to anticipate what does this mean so that we get prepared in the future as to what's about to pop off or what's about to go down. All right, so welcome to the channel. If today's your first time ever seeing my videos and content, you guys will begin to see that there's actually somebody in the world who is putting a narrative behind what you see on the price chart. I think many people forget that behind these price bars and the volume is actually people incentivized or motivated to try to make money. Okay, so when we see these price bars, these are actual people ideas of what they think a stock is going to do. So once you put a narrative and a story behind what we see, you begin to see the story unravel as to what's really going on behind the charts. I know so many people try to talk, the technicals and give you technical analysis and use indicators and all, which is great. But the indicators don't give you the story as to what is causing the indication. So we're placing a narrative behind what is going on. So if you guys find that very interesting or you want to learn more, keep it locked right here. Hit the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. And not only that, we also plot price predictions of where we suspect the market is going to go. Who else is doing that? You let me know. Are they actually putting it on the chart, recording it, and then come back at a later date to see what actually happened? So check this out, because we did a price prediction in Meta and it's still here. Our video is still posted on the platform. All you got to do is go to the Meta playlist that we have and you'll see what we were talking about in this stock back in December 2024. Yep. We was looking for the market to go up. And 2024, December 10th, Meta initially came down. I probably did an update video around this time frame, was saying I'm not going to change the price prediction because of what we've seen on the chart for Meta. We kept our price prediction. The market hit it on January 30th, 2025, 10.42%. The high was 19.39% when the market hit $739.79. Boom. Let's get rid of it. Now we're going to talk about what we think the price is going to do now. Okay. So now let's go ahead and cut these areas out because the buyers in Meta ultimately did not keep price restrained at those levels. But we're going to create one right here though. We're going to make that into a buy pocket already. Now, here we are. Okay, let's get back to where we're at today. Did this move from October 29th to October 30th? Was that already seen on the chart? Did somebody already know ahead of time that the market in Meta was going to make a big move lower? Because we got to understand that there's always someone who is invested, who has a vested interest in how these stocks perform. And they are called insiders, whether they're employees, whether it's Mark Zuckerberg, whether it's somebody on the board, I don't know. But these people usually we get a heads up of something coming down the pike, right? And when they do, they go ahead and get in position, i.e. they come in and buy more of the stock or they sell more of the stock before the market collapses. Can you see that here on the chart? Was there any inclination that this market was about to dump in Meta? Let's try to see if we can figure it out, because we see that the market in Meta topped out twice around 800 bucks. All right, so we're going to mark that area. Okay, so this area right here was the first inclination that something is not right in Meta. The reason why I say that is because every time the market price came up to this area around 780, 790 to 800 bucks, we got a quick reaction down. Okay. When you see a quick reaction occur in any stock, it tells you that the market has lost interest in buying that stock at that price, and that sellers are now the one moving the market. So the market in Meta dipped, right? Boom. Caught buyers right here around 730 bucks. And then the buyers began to move the market back up to this sell pocket, and then immediately look at how quick the price cratered. Somebody knows something, because nobody was buying this stock as the market went from $785.73 all the way down to $710.20. Like, look at how quick that occurred. Almost 10% in less than what, a week and a half, maybe. So let's break this down further. Okay. So we got buyers. They're right here. Initially, they was here in the market in Meta. Okay. You know how we know that these was buyers? It's because, excuse me, back here in August or July 30th, after this day was printed, let me make it bigger for everyone. After this day was printed, right? The market in Meta the next day went up 11.25%. Okay. In one trading day. This area was the beginning stage of the market buying. The buyers took control of the price in Meta, and they ran it all the way up quick, fast. Whatever the news could have been, I could care less. But we now know that this point is the beginning of where buyers came in. That is why when you look at the chart, you scroll over and then you begin to see, hold up, wow. That's what I'm trying to get you all to see and realize. This gives us information every day. They leave us so many breadcrumbs. So you're trying to tell me, and I am telling you, that the market back in July 30th, 2025 is where the beginning of us seeing buyers hit the market. You're trying to tell me that October 6th, those buyers are still there? Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. And it is being seen all over the chart all day, every day. You just have to see it for what it is and understand what it is. That's buyers right there. Because after October the 6th, look what Meta did. It ran all the way up to 760. This was controlled by the people who bought here. So let's say you had your limit order to buy the stock here. You would have seen your position increase 9.75%. So from October the 6th to the 29th of October, 9.75%. Like, this is what the market does. This is what it does. It does this all day, every time frame, every part of the year. It doesn't even matter. So the crazy part now, seeing Meta fall below this once prevalent area that buyers were. See, look where price is now. That buyer is no longer in the market. That is where the massive change has occurred. That's another indication to us, tell us that, okay, something's not right in Meta. Okay. Something's not right. We've broken that massive trading range that this stock was doing in Meta. They know something. Nobody's in the market to lose. So now let's take a look at Meta on the 2 then, because again, This is where the clues, this is where the information is. I could care less about what Mark tweets, what Trump tweets, what anybody who has a vested interest in Meta is even saying. I could care less, because this is what matters most. Look at this. That massive spread bar to coincide with the volume. Look at the volume. Somebody really got up off their stock. This position, like they were in a hurry to get up off of this stock. We haven't seen this much volume in Meta. Look at this. Going all the way back, let's see, to maybe April of 2024. Okay. At that time, April 2024, the market went up. That was a buying opportunity. Okay, let's go and look at this next bar, which is right here. The market in Meta went up. So we need to look at this time the same way. Okay, we're going to look for this stock to try to find where the buyers are. This volume could indicate somebody trying to come in and grab more of this stock at a cheaper price, because they know that 6 months, a year and a half down the road, this stock is going to be worth more than what it is right now. So they need to try to enter the game at as cheap as possible. So let's look at this, because this current 2-day price bar is weak, but I want you all to see where the market closed on that 2-day price bar. Okay, look at where it closed. It closed up off of the lows. So there were some buyers coming into the market over the last 2 days on that bar. Here it is on the 3. We've already seen a sell hit the market in Meta, sell signal. So we may have a little bit lower to go. And I'm looking at this area right here, or this one of these 2 points. We'll see that sooner. Okay, here it is on the 4, because the dynamics has changed. The dynamic has changed in Meta, and I'm talking about price dynamic has changed. So we can go ahead and run this as a sell pocket in Meta. Okay, and this is emphatic weakness right there. That's very weak on the 5, and same thing on the weekly chart. We got 2 hours and 10 minutes, but yeah, that's definitely weak. Okay, here it is on the 2 weeks, just showing you long term that this market definitely is changing its sentiment off of this 1-2 weekly price bar. Here it is on the 3, same thing as well on the 3. Here it is on the 5. Okay, now here it is for the month of October. 2 hours, 10 minutes. Look at that. Okay, now there may be a point to where we might see the market in Meta begin to go higher because of the open that occurred back in June, right there. But let's see. Let's go ahead and look at this. Let's look at this on a smaller time frame. So here it is on an 11-hour chart. Okay, even right now, this market is not finding no interested people willing to buy the stock. Not right now. This is what it looks like on the 5. Not even right now. Even on the 5-hour chart, we're getting a sell popping on our chart. Here it is. We're going to make another sell pocket right there. Okay. Here it is on the 3-hour chart. Yeah, we're not finding any people willing to buy this stock yet. And 1 hour. Okay, now we did see buyers right here though. They came in right here. We're pretty much there now. So to get a small reaction, small move higher, yes, we might see that. And here it is on the 330. Okay, so now we need to try to figure out though, where could we see this market stop going down? Okay, so here we are. We're all the way back in May, June time frame. And the area that I'm seeing is either here. I might want to bring it up a little bit higher. Okay, the next area is going to be here. And definitely here. Okay. See this on the 5 hour. Okay, now let's see this on the daily. So this is where we're at, right here. Now, we don't want to see the market fall too low from that area, because that would definitely give us some worry into thinking that this stock has a lot lower to go. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to put on a prediction, looking for Meta to go down. All right, we're going to target these 3 buy pockets. The first one, it won't give us much in sense of profit because the market can bounce right here. It's only 1.39%. It is what it is. At the low of the pocket, it's around 3% at $632.77. And the next area that we'll look for price to go is this middle shallow buy pocket, around 5.04% there. And ultimately all the way at the bottom, 7.19%. Okay. So yeah, we'll see if the market in Meta ultimately is interested in holding one of these 3 pockets, because if so, like I told you the last time that we've seen all that volume, that might be a buying opportunity. So that's why we're not really going that low in sense of our price prediction. But monthly chart, this could be the beginning of us seeing a bigger move lower, but we're not going to talk about that yet. So that's where we're at right now, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you maintain profit. And as always, trade different.